If you've been watching the NHL at all over the past 20 years, you probably know that Sidney Crosby is one of the greatest players in the history of the game. He's a guy that pays attention to every little detail, never takes a shift off, and I would argue he's the most complete player the game has ever seen, and also one of the most intelligent players in hockey history. Crosby has scored some insane goals over the course of his career, showing his next-level hand-eye coordination, batting pucks out of the air, and even whacking pucks off the post back behind goaltenders. What makes Sid even more special, and what separates him from a lot of other superstars, is his willingness to go to the dirty areas and do whatever it takes to score a goal. Crosby has 560 NHL goals in his career, and I'd say probably at least 150 or so were scored off of tipping pucks, deflections, and from being right around the net front and just outside the crease. As a Penguins fan myself, I've seen probably close to 90% of all Pens games since Crosby came into the league, and I've noticed that Sid has a go-to move in play that he has scored dozens of goals off of. That is likely perfected in practice all the time, and that when executed in-game is one of the filthiest ways to score a goal and can be nearly unstoppable for opposing goalies and defenders. The other night when he had a hat-trick against the Blue Jackets, his second goal was this signature play, with Crosby off to the side of the net, his stick on the ice ready for his teammate to rip a shot pass right at the stick, and Crosby redirecting the puck directly upstairs over the goaltender's pad and glove, top shelf, like he's done countless times during his Hall of Fame career. This play looks very simple, but it is something that not many other players can pull off, and it's typical Sidney Crosby, making something incredibly difficult look extremely easy. Sid has been pulling this off for years now, really perfecting it with Chris Letang, the defenseman who has more chemistry with Crosby than any other D-man he's ever played with. If Sid gets open for more than a second or two at the side of the net, and one of his defenders has the puck, that same puck could very well be in the back of the net in the blink of an eye, especially if it's Crosby and Letang, who are almost always on the same page. The best thing about this play is that it's effective at both even strength and on the power play. Back when Phil Kessel was on the team, they would execute the play all the time. And with a guy like Patrick Hornquist in front of the net then, and Crosby on the side, it would be nearly impossible for a goaltender to stop. It really doesn't matter who's firing the shot passes in for Sid to tip, and the whole team probably works on these plays quite a bit during practice. Occasionally, Crosby doesn't even have to be net front to pull this off. He's so good that he can redirect it from the slot like he did last year in a game against Philly. Sid has also shown that he can tip pucks in from the opposite side too, although sometimes it seems like that play is a little harder to pull off. I've seen a few other players execute this style of goal over the years. Chris Kreider on the Rangers has done it a couple times recently, but Sidney Crosby has really made this one of his trademark moves, and it is probably one of my favorite plays to see when the Penguins do it. Let me know down in the comments if you've noticed how often Crosby and the Pens score off of this play, and also let me know what other players you've seen score in similar ways to this.